Hey guys, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews here, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. My name is Marcus, and today I have a beer out of Crooked Tooth Brewing Company located in Tucson, Arizona. This is Proof of Concept. It's a West Coast style IPA coming in at 7% ABV. Now, I have been to Crooked Tooth Brewing Company quite a few times. Every time I go down to Tucson, I go visit the pub over there. Really cool brewery. Really nice atmosphere. It's in a really old brick building in downtown Tucson and within walking distance of a lot of breweries and a lot of really good breweries as well. Pueblo Vida being one of them. But Crooked Tooth puts out some amazing beers. I mean, they're very consistent. Haven't really had anything I didn't like from Crooked Tooth. So when they started distributing down here into Phoenix, I was really excited. Of course, most breweries now are having to can their beer and distribute because of the pandemic. And I so happened to walk into My Beer Wine, a local bottle shop, last weekend, and one of the owners, her name was Julie, was there delivering beer. So this is super fresh. I think it's only been probably in the can for a few weeks. So really fresh beer. The label art is pretty interesting on Crooked Tooth beers, and that's because you could barely see the Crooked Tooth logo on there. Otherwise, it's matte black, So it's pretty interesting. It's hard to actually see the logo. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that. Maybe they'll tell me, but you would think you'd want that logo to pop out so that way you could see it immediately. But I saw this from a distance and I was like, hey, Crooked Tooth. So they have something going, right? Because of the cans. All of their beers that have been canned have this style of label on them. So maybe that's what they're going for. But anyways, let's crack it open. Love a good West Coast IPA, that is for sure. All right, so the beer does come in a bit of a gold color. I mean, that's pretty nasty glass there, right? My nasty glassware. So again, I always do the twist. Quickest way to get rid of that. So people do the pound, but then you break your glass. So anyways, beer does come in, has a gold hue to it. Really nice color, really tight, compact, slightly off-white head on this. It is unfiltered, but semi-transparent. It's not a hazy, obviously. Let me get a drive-by aroma. Yeah, so the drive-by is really nice. It's like a honey kind of malt character to that. That's what I pulled out first, is like a honeydew kind of thing. But there's also a really good resinous pine character in there and a lot of citrus. Yeah, the honeydew, citrus, and there's a little bit of pine residue in there as well. Look at a deep aroma. Yeah, it does remind you that West Coast style is leaning more towards like that resinous grapefruit character, pine character. You could tell it has a malt backbone to it. So it's, malty. It's almost like a honey kind of malt character. It's not really coming off as like caramel malt to me, but kind of like a honey malt character with that resin and pine and honeydew. So I get a lot of honeydew out of it for some reason. So who knows? Let me get a taste on it. Cheers. That's good. Yeah, that was really good. It does have a good bite to it, a good bitterness bite to it. It kind of just hangs out, hits your palate, and then goes away. Now, it does have some residual sweetness to it. It does, again, it has that kind of like a honey kind of character to it, but with a big bitterness, and that pine character does really get in there. And now that my palate is kind of drying out a little bit too, so interesting. There's a really good pithy, that orange pith in there. Some grapefruit skin. And again, that honey character. I don't know why I keep going back to that. Just that's what my brain keeps wanting me to say. So I'm just going to say it. I don't try to hold back whatever my thoughts are on a beer. But it does have an aggressive bitterness, which is really nice and very pleasing, considering all these hazies out there and these fruit juice beers and all this other stuff that, I mean, we're getting away from what beer really is. This is beer. This is a nice, piney, resinous, semi sweet yet drying on the back end beer. Very good and very well executed, very clean. It reminds you of what beer used to taste like, and I miss that a lot of times. So very good, well executed beer. This is Crooked Tooth Brewing Company in Tucson. I would give this beer, let's go 92. I'd go 92 on it. Really good beer. I really do appreciate the guys out there at Crooked Tooth distributing down here to Phoenix. I know it's probably a lot of work for them, but they're doing an excellent job. And I can't wait for this whole thing to break so I can make it out there again. Again, my name is Marcus, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. Please follow, like, and subscribe. Cheers.